Yeah, I'm fine. It's probably just an artery. Come on, balance before I pass out from loss of blood. Well, good morning, YouTube. It is currently a blistering 42 degrees and pouring rain. I've got to go to the bank, and I have not properly test driven the Suburban yet and made sure that the radiator is going to hold. So I figured what better way to test it than to take it to the bank while it's pouring rain and freezing. So if we break down, we'll be sure to be in good shape. I put a microphone under the trailer hitch in the back, so I'm going to shut up while we start this, and we'll see how this sounds. I haven't done a good, proper cold start on this thing for quite a while. To warm up for quite a bit. Well, I'd say that's a pretty good cold start. I like that quite a bit. Sitting here double making, not sure how that's gonna sound. Alright, I gotta get to the bank. I got big plans for the day. If the weather will situate itself. And, yeah, I'm gonna stop talking. I've not had enough coffee. This and this are not keeping up. I'll see you guys when I get back from the bank. Well, we're not overheating, so that's good. The radiator seems to be holding just fine. Guess what I forgot? I forgot my wallet. And the bank doesn't open for 45 minutes. And it's also currently time for everyone to go to school. So it took me about, I'd say, a solid 15 minutes to get through town from one end of Rathdrum to the middle of Rathdrum to get to the bank. The whole reason I'm going to the bank is because I forgot to put some cash in my account, so it's overdrawn. So I can't use my card to get gas. The Suburban's just about empty, and I forgot the money in the wallet. So let's see if we can make it home. Go get my wallet and some cash, and go to the gas station in Spirit Lake, get some gas, and then we'll come back and put some more cash in my account so that I can unoverdraft it and try to I have another auto bill coming out today that I'm really trying to avoid a second overdraft fee on. Usually, my direct deposit goes through by now. It has not. So 3 of my auto bills have come out, and I'm currently sitting on 2 overdraft fees in one account and a third in my second account. So that's what we're trying to work out. Just, basic, just your average working man problems. I have maybe 1/8 of a tank left. Boy, I hope I make it home. Let's see if we can not run out of gas. That'd be great. I'm gonna be driving this thing like a 90-year-old grandma with corns on her feet, and it hurts to push the gas pedal. That's how we're gonna drive home. Might just put on the hazards and just cruise right at 40, try to get about 16, 17 miles to the gallon out of this and let everybody pass me. That's how close we are. I'll let you know if we break down. It's gonna be a good day. Okay, well, we've got our wallet and our money. No, yes, and gas. That was the thing. Sorry, I got distracted. You guys fill up and then go to pull away from the pump, and all of a sudden get really paranoid you didn't put the hose back in the pump. I've never done that once in my life. I've never even come close to doing that. But for whatever reason, the last month or so, almost every time I fill up, as soon as I start to move, I always go, oh, did I put it back in? I don't know. It's probably a bad omen. Alright, I'll see you guys when we get home. I gotta go handle this banking stuff. And, yeah, then we'll get into this video. Just a minute. Hold on, I'm not done. It's one of those mornings. All right. If you do this one first, it'll kind of spike you, and as long as you keep steady on the other one, it'll kind of carry it through so you don't crash too fast. Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna keep going on these floors. It'll be a lot of fun. We got a lot of adjustment to do, and a lot of grinding to do, and a lot of welding to do. I've decided that currently my finances are just not allowing the whole list of parts in my cart currently. I'm hoping soon. But I also figure we have a bunch of parts that we can be using, so let's use those first before ordering more stuff, because as you can see in here, I am officially out of room. But I have to be honest, everything going on with gas prices and all the rest right now, it's really tempted me to keep the single barrel carb 6-cylinder in there, temporarily at least. So I believe the first thing that's in order is putting some gloves on, so I quit, opening my fingers up. First thing in order is to flip this lip. Remember how we had to do that on the, wait a minute. Yeah, this is the driver's side. We had to do it on the rear driver's side because it's down. How in the world are you supposed to do that without going onto the car? I'm not going onto the car to drill holes and weld. Not if I don't have to. I'll just flip it around and do it the way God intended. Let's get going on that, because I'm getting chilly. That caffeine's kicking in. That's the fastest I've drank one of those in a while. All right, we got that banged out. You could darn near lay a laser across this. It is quite straight. So, I am happy with that. That is more than good enough for this pile. Let's jump inside. We're gonna take out that seat riser. Get that blasted out, and then start trying to fit this. Once the seat riser's out, I'll finish ripping out that gas line and wire wheel some with the grinder, and we should be good to go. And yes, I am all jacked up on Mountain Dew, or whatever it is that they say. Let's get going. Or keep going, rather. Well, that's out, so that's cool. Now, I'm gonna put my, what do you call it? Wire wheel on. We'll clean up some of this and start peeling out all the rest of this bad. Yeah, that's not good. Probably zip it right here, actually, because I can see. Yeah. Never mind. We'll zip this out first, and then we'll start chiseling all this off, and go from there. This, I really am doing this backwards. I wish that I had the passenger side stuff. I could do that first, because this is all the room I've got. My kneecaps are sitting on top of the rocker panel trim, and I'm bent over like this, and I you know, I'm here to tell you, it's not that comfortable. Alright. You wanna go back to time lapse so we can blast through this? I think that's the fastest way. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Whew. Look at this. We're making some progress here. We've got quite a bit of this cut out, as you can see. So I'm gonna put you up on the roof, angle the camera down, and you can watch me remove some more of this. Sorry, it's really hard to hold this thing correctly on this magnetic mount while the camera's upside down. Wish I could, take out my phone and show you, but I can't. Yeah, let's keep rocking and rolling before I start rambling. Alright. Okay. Really don't want to step on the button of that and have it take my leg off. Okay. Safety first. Or last. However that goes. Can't remember. Uh-oh. Where did I throw my earplugs? I'm gonna need those. Alright. Alright, I'm going to put these around my neck so I quit losing them. So basically right now, I'm just trying to get some of this junk just kind of peeled and beat off of here, because I don't need it and I don't want it. Come on. Oh yeah. There we go. We'll just throw this fuel line out of the way. Perfect. Now we can really start making a mess in here. I wish this was an adjustable column, but it in fact is not. Come on, let go. You're just tearing up my clothes. There you go. Another piece. There's a lot of animals and living creatures in here. Hold your ears. I'm going to start trying to whack some of this off. Well, let me have it. And that is how you use 98% of your cutoff wheel. I got a new one around here somewhere. Not in here apparently, I'm gonna have to go find it. Oh, that looks pretty good. We might, well, that's not good. It's not good at all. What we might do is break out our wire wheel, clean this up, because this one is even going to need a little bit of encouragement before we can weld anything to it. I would say liquid encouragement, but it's more like metal encouragement. That's not even funny. All right, I'll be back. Well, I wanted to bring you guys back and show you something. Let's see, hopefully here you can see this. This floor is so incredibly rusty, it's not even funny. I mean, obviously you can see it everywhere, but watch this. Literally just grab it and peel it apart. It's craziness. Some of it you don't even need pliers for. It's so bad. I mean, look at this. Just knocking holes right through it. I'm starting to get concerned this car is gonna collapse on me. Yeah, brakes are froze. Oh, well, I got the pedal to move. That's an improvement. But I mean, look at that. That's not good. All right, I'm going to do the best I can at showing what I'm doing here. Just getting my gloves on, bear with me. We're trying to, ouch. Man, there's so much, busted everything. Okay, I'm sure you can see me. I'm squatting down on the inside of the floor here, or what used to be the floor, and I've got this floor brace that comes back for the floor right in my stomach. But what we're doing here, watch this. This ought to give you an idea if nothing else has so far. If I could quit hitting my fingers and hit the chisel, that'd be nice. Look at this. It's horrible. I don't understand how this car, I know I said this before, but I truly do not understand how in the you-know-what this car stayed even remotely together on the tow home. That was a solid, like, what was it, 8 or 12 hours or something like that, just getting towed on a dolly. I mean, I know it's got good rockers and it had the doors shut and everything, but this is just an unbelievable amount of rust. This is actually the most amount of rust I've ever seen in a car. It's truly crazy. Come on, let go. Okay, almost there. There we go. All right. Okay, well, I've gone just about as far as I can go from the inside here. As you can see, we've got it pretty well chiseled out. I'm gonna try to maybe even that out with the grinder. Well, not maybe, I am going to even out that with the grinder. And then we can kind of test fit the floor and see how it's gonna line up in here. But I think I'm just about done for the day. It's getting pretty late again already. And I plan to have other responsibilities that I've got to get to. And it's back to work tomorrow. So let me grab my grinder and a new cutoff wheel. I'll zip that out, and then we can kind of see where the floor is gonna lay. before I'm able to put it in, I believe I am going to have to put this thing on the ground and get the motor yanked out so I can get some weight off of it. Maybe take the core support out and whatnot and try to get in here and really get up under the dash and get all that hacked out, because without that out of the way, there's just plain nothing to weld to on the front there. Boy. All right, let me do that and I'll bring it back and show you how the floor is looking. Well, I got one more thing that we can do, or that I can show, aside from the seat. Hold on. Yeah, I'm still on activity, I believe. One more thing I can show, and that is cleaning up that far side there. I'm gonna try to put you in a position that you can see, but also not destroy my camera. So give me a second here to figure this out, and we will clean that up and then test with the floor. Okay, well, I'm calling it for the night. I've cut the last burr between my legs that I'm willing to deal with today. And it's in a place that would send most people probably to the ER. Most men these days anyways. And since I am officially bleeding decently, I need to go get out of these pants and handle some stuff. But in the meantime, I'm going to, or we are going to quick test fit this floor. Yeah, I'm fine. It's probably just an artery. We're going to test fit this floor before we go inside and see how we're looking. Also, something kind of funny. Hold on, let me grab this light. Come on, balance before I pass out from loss of blood. Okay, so I was trying to get this out. The whole thing just ripped straight out of the thing. Lots of things in this thing. All right, where's that floor at? Ouch. All right. Here we go. Oh yeah, I forgot. I need to move the cord to the grinder. By the way, for those of you that have children, it is highly recommended to always unplug your grinders and welders and drills and whatever else you've got lying around, so that grabby little fingers that found a split second of freedom without supervision don't plug them in and really hurt themselves. Okay, come on, floor. So I'm gonna have to bend this up a little bit, but I think we're actually looking pretty good. Man, looks like a whole new doggone car. Check that out. So we got a little bit of overlap here, which is fine. There you go. So it's gonna sit up like that, but I'm gonna have to bend this front lip up just a little. You know what? Fine. You talked me into it. Let's bend that up just a little bit really quick. Sorry, light. Hopefully that's enough. Actually, I think that's too much. So that's the problem. I'm gonna have to trim it just a little bit on this corner with the grinder, as you can see. So here's our edge, and we're sticking out, you know, a quarter of an inch. So if I just knock that down, this will suck right up against the rocker, and we're gonna be just about there. And bend it a little bit more at that, at that crease. We can re-flatten it out, but bend it back there at the crease a little bit more, or trim it, or trim a relief in it or something. But I think side to side. Right now we're jammed again. Whatever. I'm just gonna leave it for now. But we're there, guys. This is actually gonna fit really nicely. And then we still got to get that toe kick, or I keep calling it that, and I looked up the actual name and I forgot already. But yeah, we'll get that in there at some point and whatnot. I may throw the back of this floor in back here, you know, up to about the shifter or so, and then cut apart the dash or the cowl from the other side, because honestly, well, I keep saying that, but the more I look at it, the more I realize there's no other way around it. I'm gonna have to do a lot of patching in here, because as you can see, well, you could see if my light would quit falling all over the place. It needs some advancement. It's a little retarded. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make some patches because my whole steering column is basically falling out. So once the motor's out of here, I'm probably gonna cut as flat as I can. It's not gonna be totally perfect, but if I can keep it underneath the brake booster, just on the top of here, I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. It's not gonna be perfect, but I'm still pushing really hard trying to get this thing ready for the car show. I'm really, really hoping to have this thing at least semi-operable. If we can just drive it to the car show without overheating and without falling through the floor and being run over by this 8-inch rear axle, that's the plan. Okay, I'm gonna go inside and administer some first aid to myself, and we'll catch up next week, I guess. Yeah. I hope you guys have a great weekend. And, you know, I got enough of you to like my last video. You guys should have commented, because now I'm just going to do whatever I feel like with the Suburban. Tried to take a vote. Nobody voted. So you guys will just have to watch and see what happens. I still haven't made up my mind, to be fair. But I've eliminated one of the options just for sake of time and effort and money and all that sort of stuff. I'm done. I gotta go inside before I pass out. I'll see you all next weekend. Have a good one, and get out in the garage and do something. Even if it's only for a couple of hours like today. Just do something. See you next weekend.